Katt Williams still hasn't emerged or made a statement since Reggie Carroll was gunned down last week. At this point, it was 2 weeks ago, like 11 days, I think it might have been by now. Maybe 12 or 13 days actually since it happened. But the last video I made about it, I only seen a clip. Damn, I think I'm back. The reception was out for a minute. I think nobody's in there to say you can see me or hear me. I guess nobody's in there now. I just continue as if I'm just still on. People watching on the playback. But when a shotgun is shot inside somewhere, as opposed to outside, it's loud outside too. But if you've been around a shotgun, boy, you know how loud that shit is. So if you're going to shoot 5 shotgun shots inside of a goddamn place, you are in a moment of insanity. You're in a moment of passion and emotion. There's no way you're going to shoot a shotgun inside of a house more than one time unless you're in a fucking crazed maniac moment. When that shotgun went off in my house, that shit was so loud. All you hear after that shit is ringing and silence and ringing. Like everything just goes still and you just hear like a ringing noise and silence. That's all you hear from that shit. So if you're going to shoot a shotgun 5 times inside of a place, inside of a house or wherever, a building, that means this is a crime of fucking passion. Like I said, if Katt Williams is involved in this in any kind of way, it's because he did it. Even if dude was protecting Katt Williams or did this shit on account of Katt Williams, let's hypothetically say Reggie Carroll disrespected Katt Williams and he was there. And Reggie Carroll said, I'm going to kill him and do something to him for Katt Williams. He would have shot that shit one time and stopped. He would have shot that shit one time and stopped. You're not even going to shoot somebody 5 times with a shotgun for nobody. The only way you're going to do that is for yourself, for a personal reason. Even if you was paid to hit somebody and you called up to him with a shotgun inside of a house, you're still not going to shoot him 5 times because that shit is going to damage your eardrums. You might hit him twice. You might shoot him once to make sure when he falls, he's down. You might shoot him one more time in the head to make sure he's done. That's the farthest you might go with a shotgun inside of a residence. You're not going to shoot a shotgun inside of a residence 5 times unless this shit is a crime of passion. I'm going to tell you what I think. I ain't going to say what I think. I'm going to just say hypothetical. I'm not saying I think this. I'm just saying in a weird world, in my world, because I've started talking about this shit with Ali Sadiq and the Katt Williams beef. I made that video right before this information came out. So in my mind, I'm looking at it like the goddamn premonition or something like that. And like I said, I ain't saying I think this is what happened, but in my weird, in the deep dark corner of my weird mind, momentarily, I'm gonna say that Reggie Carroll was teasing Katt Williams about this whole Ali Sadiq situation, and Katt Williams snapped and did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying I think that. I'm just saying I could see that being a possibility. I could see that being a possibility. Reggie Carroll on some comedian stuff, joking with Katt Williams about Ali Sadiq, because this is the time Ali Sadiq was going on different interviews, doing stuff about Katt Williams. That's the reason why I made the video. And I was in Baltimore when I got the feeling of somebody being dead. I said this shit on the other videos. So in my mind, I'm thinking, if I'm rolling with myself in this weird conspiracy thing I came up with in my own mind, I'm thinking Reggie Carroll was teasing Katt Williams about Ali Sadiq, and Katt Williams lost his mind and fucking unloaded the shotgun on him. I'm not saying I think that's what happened, but I'm just saying, in my weird mind, you would have to assume that would cross my mind. You know what I'm saying? Given everything else that happened. Chances shit ain't got nothing to do with Ali Sadiq. I mean, he's definitely not involved in this shit himself, but I'm talking about even Katt Williams being teased about the Ali Sadiq situation. Because like I was saying, because I made the video, I was talking directly to Ali Sadiq. Not that he would see my video or whatever, but just in case he did, I was saying directly to him, like, dude, look, because the way he was talking on these interviews, he was saying some tough stuff, some stuff that can easily result in somebody being hurt. Because he was taking it there, he was talking like that. He was talking about how he used to be. He was talking about the stuff he would do to somebody. Basically, the stuff he was saying, I was putting myself in Katt Williams' shoes now when I was listening to Ali Sadiq talk. And the reason why I felt like I had to say that, I'm a big fan of Ali Sadiq. And the reason why I felt like I had to make that video and say that is because if I'm putting myself in Katt Williams' shoes, when I see you, I'm going to try to fucking murder you because the shit that you're saying is making me uncomfortable to the point where I'm going to have to do something to you when I see you. I'm going to have to make sure something happens to you because you talking like you're going to do something to me. And you sound believable, and I believe you, given what you've been through. I'm talking about Ali Sadiq, given what you've been through, your track record, the shit that can be proven about you that we know is a fact. If I'm Katt Williams, I'm saying, look, dude, I believe you will do something to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I made that video, because I'm trying to, in my mind, like, looking out for Ali Sadiq, like, look, you should calm down with this talk because this shit could go somewhere. I'm putting myself in this mentality of what y'all are going through, because I know how to get into that mentality. So I'm thinking to myself, dude, this shit is going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it could just be an absolute coincidence that I made that video. I was feeling the way I was feeling. I was in Baltimore when I got these feelings. It all could be a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Life is weird like that sometimes. But in my mind, if I'm going to think further than that, I'm thinking that I might have had an inside feeling or knowledge or whatever or some shit. And it could be that, you know what I'm saying? But whatever the case may be, lo and behold, it takes a special kind of passion and a special kind of anger to shoot somebody with a shotgun inside of a residence 5 times. Trust what I'm telling you. If you've never been around a shotgun shot inside of a residence, you wouldn't understand what I'm talking about. That shotgun that was shot in my house was right about a foot away from me. That shit was so loud. A shotgun outside is loud. A shotgun inside of a residence is fucking extremely loud. That shit is like a bomb went off. You know what I'm saying? You can't pull a trigger on this, and then you gotta cock the shotgun every time you pull the trigger. Yeah, they do have shotguns that are semi-automatics that do load themselves. So he could have had that, but 9 times out of 10, most shotguns don't have that. You got a shotgun. Shotguns have to. You got to cock the shotgun to put another shell inside the barrel. That's how 9 out of 10 shotguns are. The one I was around was a Mossberg, a SWAT team Mossberg, SWAT style Mossberg, rubber grip, pistol grip, rubber grip, short, not exactly a snub nose shotgun, but a shorter. That wasn't no long barrel. It was a short barrel. It was for like the SWAT team type shit. And shooting that, I could imagine if you shooting that shit. If I could imagine it, well, damn near. Put it away. You shoot that 5 times, your arm's going to be fucked up. Let's put it that way. Shooting it once, if you're not trained or at least prepared or have an idea what you're facing, can throw your arm out of dislocate your arm, your hand, and your wrist. Especially that rubber grip I'm talking about, the one that went off inside my house. That shit could break your wrist if you're not prepared for that shit the right way, mentally and fucking physically. You know what I'm saying? So if these 2 dudes are inside that house together, Reggie Carroll and the dude that allegedly shot him, I mean, yeah, if you're living together inside the house with somebody, of course some shit could happen to where it could have been something that's brewing up. But I'm really trying to sit here and think, like, what can make somebody shoot somebody 5 times with a shotgun inside of a residence without the sound of it at least stopping you, because that's just going to blow your eardrums out. After the 2nd, 3rd shot, it's going to be like, damn, that shit is loud. Trust me. So yeah, man. And Katt Williams still hasn't emerged and said nothing. And yeah, I see people expecting. I don't expect them to come out here and make no statement. This is an ongoing ongoing investigation. So even if you didn't do it, you still got to be careful about how you say and what you say, because these people can always wrap your words up into a weird way. So I'm not saying that I expect him to come out and say something and make a whole statement. But what he definitely could have said by now is, RP to Reggie Carroll. It's unfortunate. I'm not sure what happened. I want to get to the bottom of this. We're gonna let the authorities do their job so they can figure this out. My prayers out to his family. Something along those lines is not going to affect the investigation in no kind of way. It's not going to make you look or be able to have a picture painted of you or something used against you. You can say that no matter what. And the fact that he hasn't said that is weird. Like I said in my other video, if he had nothing to do with it, if he didn't do it, and he's not saying that, it's because he's trying to keep the allure out to make himself kind of look like a tough guy a little bit, because of the stuff that Ali Sadiq is going out here saying. He was on some big platforms, Ali Sadiq, saying this stuff. It wasn't just like no back channel little podcast. Ali Sadiq is big time at this point. So his voice is heard by a lot of people. His voice is going everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So maybe Katt Williams, if he didn't do it, maybe he's not saying nothing just so he can keep that allure out there, like, yeah, don't fuck with Katt Williams because something happened to you type thing. That's all I can think of, because I can't think of no other reason why he wouldn't at least have come out here at this point and said, my heart goes out to Reggie Carroll's family. I wasn't there. Just happened at a place that my apparel company is renting out. Can't escape that. People are not really clear about all that stuff. In a nutshell, what that is that the apparel company that he owns, his apparel company, Onyx Al, is renting out a property. So you can't say he's not connected to that. There's no way you can say that. You know what I'm saying? So just based on that, he could at least come out here and have made that kind of statement. You don't got to elaborate no more, but just say that much. And it's weird that he's not saying that. That's making him look real weird. Even if I would have did it, I'm still gonna. You gotta still keep up appearances. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just making him look bad either way. Even if he did do it, you still got to know how to keep up certain appearances and deflect certain things. That the things you can control, you got to control. Some shit you got to stay away from, but the shit that you can control, I would imagine you should probably go out and try to control. You know what I'm saying? Like, so but that's about it, man. This boy still ain't emerged yet. He's still wherever he's at. Katt Williams was talking about. He ain't popped his head out yet. He said, the hell with this. I ain't showing my face or fingers or internet, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of sounds like he's somewhere so paranoid and in the corner, pinned up in the corner, that he's kind of maybe losing his mind or something. But it sounds like, because a good goddamn lawyer even would have told him, boy, you better go out here and goddamn say something. At least say my heart goes out to the family and prayers for the family. A good lawyer would at least tell you that goddamn much, because look, a good lawyer would know that you not saying nothing at all makes you look weird, dude. Makes you look real weird. Trust me, that makes him look weird. It don't make him look like nothing else except weird by not saying nothing at all. Believe what I'm telling you. But that's about it, man. See what happens when more information comes out.